Hey, what's up? Welcome. My name is Algo, and thanks for joining me for this nightly watch list building session. Today we're going to go over and find some stocks that have a high probability of making a move later this week, tomorrow, over the next couple weeks. And to do that, we're going to be using a combination of technical analysis and my favorite tool, the smart money, dark pool, and block trade algorithm software provided by those awesome traders over at FlowTrade. If you haven't got a free trial yet, there's a link in the description. Use it to see how it can take your trading to the next level or enhance any of your existing trading strategies. So we're going to go through the top 4 that I found. We're going to go through how they look on the algo and also how they look on the chart. Now my chart setups are for the masses, okay? I do have some paid proprietary tools that I do use, but I try to make sure that what I provide to you as far as strong stock market content on YouTube is available to everyone without having to shell out a bunch of money. I do have some that serve a very specific purpose, but for anybody just getting into the stock market, just learning how to trade, trying to learn how to trade options, how to trade stocks, how to use technical analysis, how to use moving average indicators, how to use algorithm software to learn when to get in, when to get out of positions. I try to make sure that what I provide to you on the screen, you're able to easily get. If you would like a deeper dive on some more laser focused tools that serve a very specific purpose, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will reach out to you and we'll figure something out. Without any further ado, basically, I try not to say that, but for some reason it just seems to fit so well when we're transitioning from one scene to the next, when we're doing these videos. So let's do this. How about you smash that like button, right? If you enjoy this content, make sure you smash that like button, turn on notifications after you subscribe. See what I did there? Kind of switched up the algorithm, right? The YouTube algorithm expects you to say something like click the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more useful stock market content, right? I kind of switched it up. We're going to jump right into it. I'm going to load these up. I've already done it on the FlowTrade backend. Quick overview. I'm going to do a video explaining it. There may be one already in the tutorial series on what these chart setups indicate. Quickly, purple line is normal algorithm line. White bars that you see are price action. If I draw a blue line, it'll be a dark blue. It'll be a dark pool block trade. If it's a red line, it's a regular block trade. I try to color code things. And I think that's just it in an overview. We've got a 4-chart layout. We've got a 15-minute and a 1-minute time frame on each chart, upper left to bottom right. In the order, we're looking at BA, which is Boeing, TJX, which is TJ Maxx, BABA, lovely BABA, and WFC, which is Wells Fargo Financial. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section below. I will definitely do an analysis on it and maybe just do a good 10-minute deep dive on it for you. So those comments are important. Looking at BA on the 15-minute chart, a couple things that I notice immediately off the bat is that there's a lot of dark pool block trades that have come in on BA. I'm going to throw those up on a line real quick. 230. Psychological and significant level, 2805, right? 2645. It seems as if though the algos and machines like to trade at very specific levels. And then 222.90. As you can see, the algo is currently trading with price action. We've got nice strong uptrend support, as you can see here with price action. The block trades, whether they're dark pool or regular, will act as support or resistance, very similar to pivot lines. So it looks as if though today we broke through that block trade level from the 18th at 228.05. We broke through and we're coming back down to test that as support. We also filled the gap from the drop a couple days ago, right? So we're in a decision area. I'm going to go ahead and drop this down to the 1 minute chart on BA. I'm going to go ahead and increase this up so everybody can see it. And I'm really trying to get this done in a quick amount of time. I know that there's been some comments about how long the videos are, so I'm really trying to bring them back down to small manageable chunks. All right, looking at BA on the 1 minute chart, I'm going to use this level here again just to signify the block trade. So dark pull block there, dark pull block here, real quick, resistance, right, resistance, support broken, right, resistance, lots of resistance there. However, the algo is currently curled up, as you can see here, which indicates a potential next move upwards. The algo is currently algo is currently buying with price action, right? There you go. As you can see there, looking at BA on the 15-minute chart, kind of the same thing. The algo is dragging price action up with it. Looking at BA over on my charts are very simple to use. I'm going to run through those really quickly. Let me just get rid of this. Let's see, hold on. Ooh. All right, my charts are easy and simple to use. I have got exponential moving averages as well as simple moving averages. My simple moving averages are the 50 and the 200, and they are blue and red. Exponential moving averages are stacked 8, 21, 34, green, yellow, orange. Okay. Looking at BA on the daily, it looks as though we've got good beta, which means we would make more trading this than we would trading SPY on a dollar per dollar level. We've got a daily, 3-day, 4-day low compression squeeze. The daily may end up firing to the upside. The MACD is negative but decreasing. We're neutral in our volume oscillator. The MACD signal, the RSI signal line or MACD signal line just crossed into the lower Bollinger Band, which is in a squeeze. When that fires, we would hope that it would propel it to the upside. We do have uptrend support, as I mentioned earlier. Looks like it's coming from this guy here. Right, nice strong uptrend support. We broke above the 80 EMA today on the daily, barely closing above it, right? So we're still in an uptrend as far as I'm concerned. This may just be a reversion back to the 34 we do have downtrend resistance, right? Downtrend line resistance that we would need to get above before there'd be any huge significant plays to the upside. Okay. All right, I want to bring this down real quick to a lower time frame. It looks as if though I drew a demand zone from 219 to 221 that's going to be pretty significant throughout the life of BA. Looks as if though we've got a supply zone coming in 230 to 232. That's obviously going to be a target, and it's also going to cause some resistance that happens to line up as well with the 34 EMA on the 4-hour chart. 4-hour and daily squeeze. We would like to get those to fire. Let's see. For some reason. Alright, we'd like to get those to fire off. Something wackadoodle going on with my charts. Maybe that'll fix it. Oh. Alright, I'll fix that later. We've got MACD crossed over the other day. We're in a low compression squeeze. We like this, we've been in this low compression squeeze for over a week. We're in a neutral position on the market extension tool. What I'd like to see happen is the market extension tool to signal bullish intent. We didn't really close above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour. So we've ran into some resistance here. We could possibly come back down and check previous support. Just trying to find some levels here that would make sense. Right, let's see what Fib has to say. So if we go from this high to this low, Fib, excuse me, if we go from that high to that low, the 50% and the 618 retracement line up pretty good with that supply zone. So that's going to be the target. Currently trading at 227. $3 move before we run into any significant resistance. We can definitely play that $3 move. But if I'm looking to get into any sort of longer term play with BA, I'm going to look for a close and a break above, come on, right, above this 618 extend or retracement. So 232.68 for a long term position on BA. And initial target on that would be 245, followed by 254. Reevaluate at that point. Looking at the options for BA, next month's 245s. 245, 250 is pretty decent open interest. 250 is a pinning opportunity. Market maker, I believe this may be their earnings. So market makers have estimated $21 move. So we're currently at 227.21 would be 249, 248. Those 250s have got a ton of open interest on both the call and the put side. The 240s have a ton of open interest on, not as much on the put, but a lot on the call. The 240, 250 vertical could be pretty decent. You could do a variety of things from verticals to butterflies. But yeah, that's that's it for BA, really. We're going to run into resistance probably tomorrow. If we can get through that tomorrow for some reason, get above 232, yeah, could be a very interesting day for BA. All right, the next one I wanted to look at on our list was, I'm just going to go with TJ Maxx, and I'm going to speed up a little bit since I don't have to explain the algo, the lines, what's going on as much. I will draw things. I'm not going to draw every single line though. I'm going to draw some very important ones. So we've got a dark pool level coming in right at, come on, tools. Let's go. We got a dark pool level coming in as providing support, 69 or 66.69. We've got a regular block trade level that's going to provide resistance. That is providing resistance right at 68, right? Plus it's a whole number. We've got uptrend support, upward trend line support. I'm going to grab a different color. Let's go purple. The algo is net buying, right? As can be seen here. We've got a nice curling up that occurred at the end of the day today. We do have block trades. We've got a block trade level here that's going to provide resistance right at 69.82. Okay. There's a gap that needs to be filled as well. That can be seen here. So lots of minor resistances on the way up. We are making higher lows and higher highs, which are all strong bullish indicators. That was on the 15-minute chart. Looking at TJ Maxx on the 1-minute chart, the algo is essentially vertically diverged from price action, right? It did curl down at the end of the day. However, we just need to keep an eye on it. That's pretty significant net buying from the algorithms. TJ Maxx, looking at it on the old chart piece here. All right, looking at TJ Maxx on the daily, I've got some old fibs that may or may not be validated. I'm just going to get rid of those real quick and start anew. So we do have uptrend support, upward trend line support. I gotta slow down and start saying that correctly. Right, this could be here. Sometimes what I like to do is extend it out to the right and then redraw it as a channel right? Meaning that it can trade within this channel, and I would consider this all a valid trade until it breaks that channel. So I have some pretty cool little colors on there. MACD is negative and decreasing. We're oversold on our volume, our oscillator. We move about $2 a day, daily 2-day, 3-day squeeze. Good beta. We sold off after earnings, right? We came down and we found this trendline support and we're maintaining it. We actually made a higher low. We ran into resistance of the 50 SMA, which is at 68.65. And I'm just trying to see if I've got any other, if I can find anything else that's going to cause us a little bit of grief. That might be this here, this doji, right? This is a demand zone, right? Up, demand, more. All right, breaking it down to, let's see, what do we do? Sold off. We've been consolidating all day, really, just chop back and forth. We had problems with the 200 SMA on the 4-hour chart. We're currently oversold on the RSI, negative decreasing MACD, negative decreasing histogram. So let's keep an eye on this consolidation for the next couple days. As long as we're continuing to make higher highs or higher lows, this is a bullish play based on previous trend line, right? Once this stock recovers, this could be a good value area play, right? Once the stock recovers, we're in a major consolidation zone because of all of this. We've got, this is all supply zone that's turned into demand zone all the way through here, right? So we would really need to break above this 200 SMA on the 4-hour for it to be, for me to look at taking a position, and that level is 68.09. Once we do get into a position long at 68.09, the 60s, well, the 70s for next month are dirt cheap. Lots of decent open interest on those, and that's 30 days out. Get options contract there. Just real quick, want to look at, what was that, the 70s? So 70 being the target. All right, let's see, with 70 as a target, and we're trying to get there by next month, right? That's this previous demand zone, or excuse me, previous supply zone right here at 70. That's going to come into play. That's also going to be a retracement to the 21 and 34 EMA. Yeah, I think that we could get there. We move, what, $2 a day? It's going to take a little time, but we could get there. That's TJ Maxx. The next one I wanted to look at was Baba. Baba go, Baba, Baba, Baba. All right, how am I doing on time here? All right, trying to make these pretty quick. All right, Baba, load. That is Algo buying with price action. The Algo is just trading with price action. This is the 1-minute chart. I'm going to throw some significant block trade levels up. Looks as if, though, we've got a dark pool block trade that came in today at 216.75. That's going to be significant support and resistance. We've got a previous one at 214. Below that, we've got a normal block trade that came in today as well at 213, and that can be seen here, right? So the regular block trade came in this morning. The dark pool block trade came in this afternoon. Price action traded with the algorithm all day. This, all right, so this green candle fade, right? You would think that that's a bullish position. It's actually, or a bearish position. It's actually bullish divergence in that the algo is buying where price action is selling. So to play this type of divergence, what you do is you look to take a position where the reversal happens, and then you would play to where the divergence occurred. Let me see if I can, right? Looks like, I'm going to zoom in. When I zoom in, it's going to change it a little bit. So the divergence occurred here. Oh, come on. I clicked too many things. Alright, it looks as if those the way that my screen's set up. I can't zoom in any longer. So what I would have done is I would have taken a position here, right at this level, where the reverse in price action occurred, and I would look to play that 216 to 217.63 as a bullish divergence. Okay, Baba on the chart. Looking at Baba on the 4-hour. Got to get rid of some drawings here. Alright, let me get rid of these. Clear drawing set. Alright, Baba on the daily. Okay, it looks as if that we sold off with earnings. We've currently got upward trend line support, right? It's definitely providing some support. We closed above the 8 EMA today. We've got a pretty significant level of resistance. The resistance that's going to come into play right here at 220.09. Break above 220.09, we start running into moving averages. Other previous pockets of support and resistance. I'm looking to play. Trying to find a channel for us to worry about, to look at. Is this one? Is this gonna be it? So potentially this channel, right? 220 to 226. All right. This is the way that I would play Baba. Okay. So we broke above the 8 EMA, which is a good strong sign that we're starting to reverse. Baba moves about $5 a day. We've got a 2-day, weekly, and monthly squeeze. Our volume oscillator is neutral. It looks like as if though it's about to signal a buy. MACD is curling upwards, so it's neutral and increasing. Our signal line is about to cross below or above our lower Bollinger Band, which goes from bearish to neutral as far as sentiment goes. Right, today we bought all day. We ran into the resistance right there at 217.75, which is, let me draw it on here, which is probably this. One second, let me just draw this resistance. So 217.75 was resistance. We came up, we broke above the 34 EMA on the 4-hour. Anytime we do that, we have a tendency to come back and test to confirm that that is support, which looks like we have done. $220. All right, just trying to find. For some reason, my drawings aren't being shared. Sorry, I gotta draw this one more time. I don't have to draw one more time. I have to change this to basic. There we go. I'm glad that worked out. So the 34 EMA and the 50 period SMA are the same distance as this channel is. So once we close above the 34, I would play the 220 to 226 run up, right? I have a feeling that that would be pretty good money, right? The 618 retracement from the previous high to previous low is right at that 226.25 level, which is the top of my channel. The 50% retracement is 220.07, right? Or sorry, 222.07. However, I like the break of the 34. So what we would look to do is, let me bring this down to a lower time frame. Right. So we can break into this cloud, play that $6 run, or that $6 move from bottom of cloud to the top of cloud. 15, 20, 60, 2-hour, 4-hour, all light blue histograms, which is bullish direction. We don't have any squeezes to help us get through that, though. If we were to play the options, 226. You could do the 220 to 225 vertical to accomplish the same thing, right? You could also do the 220, 225, 230 fly. You would have to, of course, maybe bring that out for next week. Yeah, that looks good. If you wanted to play next week's options contracts, those 225s are super cheap, and there's a ton of open interest on them, right? So that is Baba. All right. Just real quick here. Ouch. I slept on my neck and tweaked my neck a little bit. Ow. Doesn't feel the greatest. Does not feel the greatest. All right, Wells Fargo. Sorry, I lost my place. I think it's Wells Fargo. Yeah, it's Wells Fargo. All right, so the last one I'm going to do is Wells Fargo real quick. We did BA, TJ Maxx, BABA, and now Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo, we definitely have price. We've got the Algo is bullish. It's currently trading with price, so we're looking for it to pull price back up. There's a couple of block trade levels that we need to take note of. One's at 46.22, and that is a dark pool level. That's this level here. It looks like that was previous resistance we ran into. We came back down and we found support at 45.48, which is a normal block trade level. Right, so there's that little range. Currently, we've got nice uptrend support, upward trend line support. Upward trend line support. Looks like we're forming kind of a little bit of a wedge there. Right, so we're going to pop out one side or the other. Above this dark pool level at 46.22, there's a gap that needs to be filled up to 46.92, where there's a previous normal and dark pool block trade. That can be seen here. I'm just going to box this. Right, 47 would be the target on that. Looking at Wells Fargo on the 1 minute. More of that bullish divergence where the algo is going one way, price action is going another. Looks like we got a little bit of a curling up on the algo on the 1 minute chart. That can be seen here. So we'd like this to reverse back up to this net buying position that it was previously in, right? The divergence point on this was right here at this 46-ish level. And the reversal came in at right 45.58. WFC on the daily. All right, Wells Fargo on the daily. Nice uptrend, nice steady uptrend. We're respecting the 50 SMA. Stacked positive EMAs, positive VWAP. We're 8% from the 52-week high. Got a daily squeeze. Grade ADX. We move about $1.25 per day. So it looks like we hit new 52-week high. We came back, obviously profit taking at that point, reversion to the 21, which is the mean, right here at 45.50. We're currently at a demand zone, which means that we're loading up on shares to take with us on our journey bullishly to sell to people at this supply zone. We're just going to signify this area at 47.98, right? That's going to be our target. Looking at the 48s for next week, super cheap. I would look to get a higher delta on this since it only moves about $1 a day. I would look to go grab the 44s or 45 or 44.50s. That's for next week. You could even go out to June and grab the 45s for a pretty decent price, right? That gives you 30 days of time. The anticipated move is only $3 between now and then. It's a bank. There's not a whole lot of... Yeah, anyway, even if we were to move $1 a day for 30 days going out to June, that puts us up here somewhere. That's obviously not super feasible, but what we can do is we can do Fibonacci extension from previous low to 52-week high, right? Make this a little bigger, get this zoomed. Well, let's just go down to a smaller chart. Looks like, what do we do? Just kind of chopped around all day, consolidation. Yep, consolidation at the 34 above the 50 SMA. So we're being squeezed between the 21 and the 34. So we've got a moving average squeeze happening. What happens when that takes place is the moving averages compress and push price action out one way or the other, right? In the past, when it's done that, it's pushed price action out bullishly. So we would anticipate it doing the same thing. We do have some resistance that we're going to run into at 46, 47. Yeah, it's going to be a tough battle to move upward, but we have a lot of positive factors. The market extension is currently bearish, right? When that signal line turns neutral, and which would be from orange to gray, I'd begin to look at getting into a position for the run up to previous high at 48. Like I said, those 45s next month look pretty good. And just one last thing, looking at it on the 15-minute chart, this white zone that you see here, that is this demand zone that we're just kind of bouncing in between, right? We're loading up on shares for the next run up. Yeah, moving average consolidation, squeeze pro consolidation. Two yellow bars could potentially indicate a reversal. However, we do have a downtrend, trend line support resistance that we have to get over, right? It's going to be seen as this here, right? We've got, oh, I didn't draw the greatest of lines. I got to probably pick a different point, but it's there, yeah, from here. So just basically a wedge of consolidation that's going to pop out one way or another. Like I said, I would need it to break. Let's see. Go high to low. 46. One second here. I don't know if I trust 46. We need to break the downtrend line resistance as well as the 618 extension, or excuse me, retracement, for me to look at taking a bullish position. What I'm going to do is I'm going to activate this drawing here. I'm going to readjust this trend line, right, to where it touches the top of that one. And I'm going to see if I can get it to touch the top of any other candles, or as many as possible, just so that I can get the angle right. Because I'm going to show you a neat little trick here in a second. Right there, and that looks like it. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to extend that out to the right, and then I'm going to go ahead and right click on it, and I'm going to, where's that? Create alert with drawing. So notify me when the interbar price crosses above the trend line that I just drew. It's going to give me an alert. WFC broke down trend line resistance. Reevaluate for a position. Okay, it'll let me know when that happens. All right, that's it. So thanks again for joining me. Sorry it took a little longer than I thought it would. Getting in 4 or 5 stocks times, typically just doing technical analysis with Thinkorswim with a chart, you're looking at least about 5 minutes per stock. Throwing an additional software in there for very important algorithm direction. So I'm trying to get them under 10 minutes. I'm really trying to keep them short and sweet. If I have to drop down to only doing 1 or 2, then I'm only going to do 1 or 2. But I want to keep them down. And that's it, man. Thanks for joining me again. My name is Algo. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe. Turn on notification. It really does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Small content creators need all the help that we can get. Support your local content creator. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.